Mom and Dad Meet World. So we are over here in Leavenworth, Washington. We are actually over here at the München Haus, a very, very popular spot where if you wanted to grab a little bit of beverage, adult beverages, you can. However, I am actually here for their pretzel. I actually moved tables and I actually already bit into this pretzel right here. But you can tell this is a beautiful buttery pretzel and very, very neutral in flavor. The salt does really, really help it, along with more than just that salt. You've got this amazing Beecher's cheese right here. So the cheese itself, not too strong a flavor on anything, but the butter and the salt really, really do help everything stand out. Yes, that little bit of salt does help. With that salt, that is super duper delicious. Yum. Not a bad way to start things off. But before we even start things off that way, we've got a very, very hot apple cider right here. So we've had this for now a few minutes, and it's just now finally cooled off to where we can drink it and not burn our mouths. And it is very, very good. Not too bad, not too overly sweet, which sometimes some ciders get overly sweet. This is really, really quite good. And I love how hot it is, because especially on a day like today where it is very, very cold, this hot apple cider really, really does help. So one of the reasons why you would go to the München Haus is to indulge in this right here. This is their gigantic bratwurst right here. This is actually called the Big Bob Bratwurst. Take a look at this. We've already got some onion and some jalapeno. And then they do have quite a bit of a mustard selection up there. We had just gotten a little bit of their ketchup, mustard, and their stone brown mustard. But first, let me try this as is and see how it tastes. You can see this bun right here. It looks like a homemade bun. And let's take a bite out of it. So you've got a nice snap right from the skin of the bratwurst. The flavor right here, I taste a little bit of beef, a little bit of pork. Not too bad, maybe a little bit of fennel. And that is very, very good. The bun itself is really, really good. Also, not too overwhelming for this pretzel. Excuse me, not too overwhelming for this bratwurst, the Big Bob Bratwurst. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit of this ketchup right here. You know, just the ketchup alone makes it stand out just a little bit more. That is very, very good. So the München Haus, not a bad stop to grab your pretzel, your bratwurst, and your apple cider. Maybe take a walk around with it. And I'll show you guys the menu here. So you order up front, come on in, come find a seat in the back. You can find a table here with a little fireplace around it with some rocks and the fire going, or you just find a little area that is covered, because depending on what time of year you are going, you definitely want to be covered up from the rain or from the snow. Oh, one more thing I do want to tell you is there are overhead heaters pretty much all throughout all of the covered areas, because I don't know if you can tell, you can see your breath. It's cold out here. It's about freezing, but with it being covered and having heaters around you, it makes it very, very bearable. Maybe not bearable enough to take this off, but still very, very, very tolerable. And even better when you've got this hot apple cider right here, a pretzel and a bratwurst to help it all just make you feel really, really good. So before we left here, this was a mistake on my part. We did not check the second level. This is the balcony level. So if you're over here at München Haus, definitely do so, because sometimes the seating can get very, very full downstairs. You do not get the benefits of having like the fire tables, but you do get covered area here. You do get bar seating, and then you also get heaters also under these covered areas. So little note to self that check the second level. If you're wanting to get that little bit of holiday feel, a little bit of taste of Bavaria with the Bratwurst and the Pretzel, definitely make a stop down here at München Haus. So a couple more things to note. There is a bathroom here, so there are public bathrooms all throughout Leavenworth, but they do have their own individual bathroom. They also have free water, and as I said, a very, very large section for those toppings for your Bratwurst or your pretzel if you want to have your pretzel with those amazing dips. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this very short video over here at the München Haus, and if you're around, come check out the lights and come check out the food here in downtown Leavenworth.